All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our little Zoom webinar to kind of go through itinerary and do our 30-day check-in here so we can explain a whole bunch of information because we're going to start getting fast and furious information to all of you from Stay Balanced Travel. I am Candace Stearns. And Diane Thrushman is on the call as well. She's our client service manager, and she's the person who helps basically answer all the last minute questions and puts the documents together for everybody and updates all of the electronic itineraries and things for you. Just so you know, the service package that you get from our agency is not only paper documents with all your vouchers and tickets and things that you're going to need, but you're also going to get an electronic version of the itinerary, which we're going to walk through today. AmaWaterways at 45 days sent us all of the guest travel booklets, and what we're going to do is go over those today. Diane will be packaging up this travel booklet that comes directly from AmaWaterways, the river cruise ship company that you're going to be sailing with. And she's going to be sending that stuff out tomorrow or the day after with the copy of the webinar. Patty has given me permission to use her as the person that we're going to review all the documents and materials for. And tonight is going to be more of an educational meeting to kind of teach you how to go and do the check-in directly with the AmaWaterways people, and then also kind of give you a behind the scenes of what we're doing for you to put together the paper documents and the electronic documents that you're going to be receiving from us next week or the beginning of the week after, as long as we get all the documents and everything that we need from you. Some of you have bought your own flights and have made your own arrangements for some of the trip. And the email that's going to go out again that Diane's going to be sending is going to be asking if you have purchased your flights on your own, whether it was Sky Miles or whatever else that you used, or you're coming in early or staying late and made arrangements for that outside of this 10 or 11 days that we've got here. You're going to want to send that information to us so we can include it in the individual documents that we're going to be sending to everybody. This is a copy. Can everybody see my screen? Yeah. Diane, can you see my screen?
Yep.
Perfect. This is a copy of the email, and it's basically going to have your confirmation number and your information and the actual sailing date. Don't get too alarmed by the September 11th date, because if you bought the land package, you're flying in on probably the 9th. You're leaving on the 9th and landing on the 10th. And there is hotel accommodations and things like that you bought with the package if you did the land and the cruise package. But inside of here, there's some documents where you can click on travel documents. And when you click on that, you're going to be brought to this document right here. And so what you see here is the Melody of the Danube. This is the 1 night in Budapest, the 7-night cruise, and then the 2 nights in Munich. And it basically just gives you all the information to prepare for the cruise and the land trip. It gives you details about, what time the ship, is going to be sailing after you get on, how long you have, that kind of stuff. And information that is important to the day of travel when you embark onto the cruise ship. There is an online check-in that you're going to want to do. And we'll be sending the link. You can get there just by simply going to AmaWaterways.com and clicking on cruise check-in, or you can get there by clicking on this document, or you'll be able to get there by clicking on the link, the lengthy link there's going to be a bunch of links in the email that Diane's going to package up for you. But regardless of how you get there, we're going to want you to do this online check-in right away, because that will get additional information, excursions that you can go on, and additional information that you're going to want for the cruise. So as soon as you get this email, it would be great if you can do that. And so we're going to walk through that today. As you see, it's going to give your booking summary, and again, your confirmation information, check-in times, all that kind of stuff. And then it'll share with you how to download the AmaWaterways cruise app. This is really important too, because when you're actually on the cruise ship, you'll be able to interact with the people on board, all of the cruise people on board, and you'll be able to get information about the next day and the excursions that you can select from and all that kind of stuff. So having this app on your smartphone is really smart. So go ahead and you can, like I said, click on the links here.
Candace, I have a question.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So when we had our meet and greet, the people that were there wanted maybe a WhatsApp created so people could communicate. Does this app take that place where we could text other people? Is that what you're saying? Because I downloaded the app, but I don't have my booking number, so I couldn't get any further. But on the app, it says connect family and friends. So
you can do that. You can also set up a WhatsApp,
the WhatsApp,
WhatsApp group. That's totally up to you guys. I send information when I send my itinerary out, that I'm available on WhatsApp. And so I can create a group for everybody if you want me to, Patty.
If you're able to, that's great, because I haven't even looked into my WhatsApp,
yeah, I can create the group. I just don't have everybody's phone number, I don't think. And we'll look at that in a minute, because when we get to what I do, I'll look and see if I have everybody's phone numbers or not. I think I have the main person's phone number, but I probably don't have all of the guests, if they didn't fill it out. That's totally what I'm looking for, though, in this call, is to make sure that we're going to be sending you information if we don't have your flights, if we don't have additional days that you're going to be there, before or after, if we don't have somebody's email, one of the passengers' emails, or we don't have somebody's phone number. That's all the documentation we need to get this week. We're going to need, in order for us to put together the final documents that we're going to mail to you and send out. So that's another reason why I wanted to hold this meeting. So anyways, I'm not going to go through every single page here, but again, it gives a ton of information for you guys so that you can see exactly, where you're going to be at, what's going on, how to get a hold of people. All of this contact information, where the hotel is and the phone numbers and that kind of stuff, is also going to be in the electronic itinerary that we're putting together for each and every person. So let's talk a little bit about our back end and the information we have on everybody. This is our CRM system that you guys have been communicating back and forth with us on. So when you originally signed up for the information, you're going to see that we had put everybody here in the system. And under the group, hold on a second, let me just click here. Under the group, for example, we've got these messages that we've sent out to you guys, you know, and that kind of stuff. And then each person has their own individual file, if you will. And I'm just going to go to Patty's. But if we don't have everyone's email, or we don't have their phone number, I won't be able to put them in the WhatsApp chat. So like, for example, I don't have Dana's phone number, Patty, as an example. But if what Diane will do is she'll send out to each person and say, hey, we need you to update this information in our system so we have all your important documents in order for you to travel. Some of you, we may not have received passport information yet either, so she'll be asking for that. And the reason why we ask is because we want to know if you have a problem while you're in destination and you need to get in touch with the embassy and you had your wallet stolen or your passport was lost, we'll have a copy so we can literally text it or email it to you so you can give it to the embassy. So that's why we ask for actually a copy of it for you to insert and give us so we have it. Each of you have confirmation numbers too. For each cabin, and these confirmation numbers you're going to need in order to do the check-in. So let's talk about the check-in for a minute.
I have a real quick question. So is the confirmation number different than the booking number?
I believe it's the same. Yeah,
okay.
It's the same. Yeah, because like yours, for example, is 2048163. And let me just check and make sure that's what's in here. 204. Yep, it's the same.
Okay.
So we're going to walk through how to check in right now. And we're going to actually use Patty as an example because she gave me permission to do that. When you click on this cruise check-in link, it's going to take you to this area for you to go ahead and fill in all the information. And you're going to put your booking number in.
I don't know where that number is.
You haven't gotten it yet, Bob.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to send all this information out to everybody, you know, either tomorrow or Saturday. Diane's going to be putting all this together for everybody. And again, you know, it's going to be in the email. You're going to have it a bunch of different places, but yeah, so you're going to get a booking number, or you're going to have your booking number, and you're going to put your last name in, and it's going to search and find you.
Candace, what's the link to, like, I know I probably haven't put my flight stuff in. I know Dana probably didn't. I haven't taken a picture of my passport. Like, how do I get even to that?
Yeah, Diane's going to send after this. Again, after
okay.
this call, we're going to resend everything out again, because we might have sent you or asked you to do this a long time ago, and then we didn't follow back up because we knew we always do this, you know, end all gathering, if you will, around 45 to 30 days before. And if you didn't send it when we originally asked, we resend that email again. And basically what it looks like is, let me just show you what it looks like. It looks like an email like this. Now this is a little different. Let me show you. I'll just click on Sandra's. It's a form that just basically says, hey, we need this information. And it gives you a little email that says, please update your contact information and travel preferences. So you'll be getting a little email that says that if we didn't get everything from you. Okay. So that being said, back to this cruise check-in. You put your booking number in, you put your last name in, you got to put your date of birth. Let's see.
November 14th, 1968.
1968. November
Young people.
1968, and then we're gonna validate it. So again, once you have your booking number, everybody can go on and do this.
So each traveler has to do this if you're in the same room.
So if you're in the same room, you're gonna see, that's why I wanted to walk through this with everybody, so you can see, you're gonna be, this is the information that you have to fill out. So, you know, each person has to begin, and then, you know, well, we're just gonna do this really quick, just so you can see how it works. But it says, you know, I have read and understand the passenger's ticket contract. Okay. And then these are where you're going to see all of the different excursions and things that you can have while you're on the ship, because I know that was one of the questions that Patty had sent me with the meet and greet, is a lot of you were like, okay, what do we do with excursions? You know, the excursions are included in your program. And if you want to know which ones are available, you can actually sign up ahead of time for them if you're concerned that one group will get booked up before another, kind of thing. And is it okay for me, Patty, if I just click on this? I've read it, so we can move on to the next step. Thank you. All right, we're going to hit accept. And then this is where you're going to put in your information for your contact, your passport information, your pre-cruise stuff, how you're getting there, train, car, air. So make sure you fill this information out with all of these details, because this is how the transfers are going to be set up for you guys. Okay. And so part of your package includes transportation from the airport to the hotel. And so if we don't know what your airlines are and your flights are and all that kind of stuff, then you're going to have to figure out how to get to the hotel on your own. So we want to make sure that all this stuff gets filled out, so we know that information. If there is,
Sorry, Candace, some people were asking, like, if they are coming in prior to the actual start, like prior to the 10th, like I know Denny, Tim, Ryan, Dana, me, Sandy, I think, Paul, like we're all coming in earlier. Would we
Sure.
still receive transfers?
yeah, as long as you put in there what day you're going to be, I think you can get transfers up to 2 or 3 days ahead. So how many days are you guys coming in early? Do you know?
Tim, Denny, Ryan, myself are coming in on the 8th,
Okay.
and Dana is coming in on the 9th.
Okay.
Paul and actually Dana and her boyfriend are coming in, and Angela are all coming in on the same flight on the
Okay.
9th. I thought Sandy might have been coming early, but I don't recall, but you know.
Not to Budapest. Me and Michael and Keela are all going to Amsterdam first, but then we'll fly into Budapest via KLM on the 10th.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you want the transfers that are included in the program, you have to be staying at the hotel that's in the program. So depending on where you guys are staying, you know, I can help get, you know, transportation quotes if you want, but it's probably cheaper if you take an Uber / taxi kind of thing. But let me know. And that's why I'm saying Diane's going to be sending out information after this call, asking a whole bunch of questions, because
Okay.
all this information is the information that we need in order to complete your itineraries and to put together the rest of the information. So again, it's important for you to come in here and fill in this cruise information. And then once you fill this in, if it's completed, we will be notified as to what's going on. If you need, like Paul already reached out to me and said he wanted me to book an extra hotel night at the same hotel you guys are going to be at, the Marriott, Budapest Marriott. So I'm working on getting him that information so that the transfers will be included. But some of you may be staying somewhere else, like, you know, Sandra said that she's going to be in Amsterdam for a couple nights before or whatever. So
Yeah, obviously, we wouldn't expect a transfer from the airport to the hotel in Amsterdam, but when we fly KLM into Budapest and land in Budapest, we'd get a transfer to the hotel.
correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Perfect.
correct. Yeah. So when you're filling yours out, Sandra, you're going to want to put under this pre-cruise information, only the flight information that is the connecting leg from Amsterdam, like maybe it's KLM. You're going to put, you know, the flight number, the departure airport's going to be AMS, the date's going to be the 9th. Your arrival airport's going to be the Budapest airport, right? And then it's going to be the 9th and then the time, because then this will tell everybody that this is when the transportation people need to be there to pick you up, kind of deal.
Okay.
Perfect.
Still waiting, to find out how to get the booking number.
Yep. And so same thing with the post cruise, you're going to want to do the same thing. And then emergency contact information is important. So you're going to want to make sure this is filled out. And then at the very end, you're going to, you know, complete all of this, save and exit, and then you'll be given the chance to like explore all of the excursions. And if you want to pre-select them on the dates that they are, you'll be able to do that. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can. So that's just basically the process that you're going to take when you do this pre-cruise thing. The other thing you need to do is you would have seen there's hold on. I gotta put this information in again. You also have to fill out the health questionnaire. And so this questionnaire, let me see, November 14th, right? Let's
Yeah,
see.
1968.
Yeah.
And Patricia, when you say your social security number 2 more times, I'll know that too. I'm just.
Yeah. So you're also going to see this button that says, don't forget to do the health questionnaire too, because this needs to be done as well for all the final documents. So when you click on the health questionnaire, it basically asks you if you have travel insurance that's going to protect you while you're traveling if you get COVID. Okay, so some of you may have bought trip insurance that has a medical rider. Some of you might have a medical policy with your employer that covers this. Whatever the circumstances are, you have to check yes or no. If you check no, it doesn't preclude you from anything. It's just they want to know and they want acknowledgement that you know that you can get COVID. And if you're traveling abroad, it might cost you money if you didn't know already. So do I have your permission to click yes, Patricia?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to just do that just so you can see what happens next, kind of deal. It's still going to tell us that she has to fill out the rest of these documents. But so she'll have to do that, but then you will be able to do, once you do the cruise check-in and answer all those other questions we went to and answer the health questionnaires, this box, the short excursions registration, will open up in the event, again, that you want to register for the shore excursions ahead of time. The reason why I stress this is because there's only like 120 some people that are going to be on the ship. And some of the days will have more than one excursion option, and things like biking excursions will get booked up because they only have 16 bikes, for example. And so if everybody wanted to go on a biking excursion together, it would be probably good to pre-register for something like that, if for sure you wanted to do a bike excursion one of the days, for example.
Candace, is there in the AmaWaterways registration, where do you put that you're vegan or you're gluten-free or something like that?
Yeah, I thought it was in this cruise check-in. I didn't get all the way through it because we didn't fill all your stuff out, but I think it's in here. If you
Okay.
guys do have health, one of the things that you're going to see, again, you're going to get a bunch of emails from us. So one of the things we send out is, please let us know of any dietary concerns, things like that, and make sure you fill that out. Because if it's not in this cruise check-in, we will send all that information to Ama ahead of time so that they know. And then again, these are the electronic documents that we already looked at before, but I'm just going to pull them up so you can take a look at them and see. This is where you can get them again if you need to get them. So you can basically pull each of them down. So now this is the group template. Let me get here. This is the electronic itinerary that we're going to put together, and it's going to have all of your information that is specific to you. It will have your flights in here. It will have whatever tours you select ahead of time if you did that. It will have, where you're staying and all that kind of thing. So this is just our group template right now, but just to kind of show you behind the scenes what we do is if you have extra days that you're adding on, we add a new day and we basically come up here and plop it in and we say, okay, let's see. This is like some of the work that, Diane's going to do once you guys fill out everything. But let's say you're flying in on a Delta flight. We'll come in and we'll put all of your information in here. I don't know if this is even a flight. It is. We put all your information in here as an example, and then it all pops in the system. And so when you get your copy of your electronic itinerary, it will show it'll show these flights, whatever they are. Now I just flew, put in Minneapolis, St. Paul, but you get the point. So that's why it's really important for everybody to send us all of the information they're doing that we didn't book, right? The stuff that we don't know about.
What if you make a mistake on your form?
If you make a mistake on your form, tell us, and because you're going to get all this stuff as soon as you get it to us, we'll update it and get it back to you for you to review. That's why we're doing this like 30 days before, so we can try to get this as quickly as possible from everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then we can get it updated. But why this is nice, the electronic itinerary is nice, is because you can download a little app. And this app will have all the real-time updates, because this system actually goes out and checks these flights. And then it also shows you like maps of the airport. So like if you're in Amsterdam, it'll take you to the Amsterdam airport, and you can actually, see the information about the airport that you're at. And, a lot of the airport websites will have maps. So you
What is the name of that app?
It's called Trip Plan.
Trip Plan.
And again, we're going to be, once we get this all completed for you, you'll be able to put in your email address, and it sends you a smart link to download the itinerary and download the app from Google Play or the App Store, depending on if you have an Apple or an Android. And again, all of this will be sent out to you once we get your final information, and Diane comes in and kind of builds it out for you, if you will. And then this PDF, we generate for you, and we package it all up and print off all of the documents and everything that we get from you. So it's all in a paper folder, and you get that as well. So
That'll be great.
yeah, so this is why, you know, you're going to get a bunch of emails from us. Just keep an eye out for them, fill them out as quickly as you can. You know, hopefully everybody by now has all their stuff that they're doing, their flights purchased, and you know, if they're going wherever ahead of time, they can send us all that stuff too, and then we'll go ahead and get it in there for the people so that you have it all.
I have a question about the itinerary options themselves. So when we arrive in Budapest on the 10th, we actually don't board the ship until the afternoon of the 11th. Are there optional itineraries or suggested excursions like available to us, or
Yeah,
are we?
let's look at that. So that's why I had Diane put everything together for you so we could talk it through. You know, obviously based on whatever your cabin is, we're going to have that, but you guys can select these different tours. Let me see. Is it September 10th?
I don't think there were any put in before or after, but I can do that.
Yeah, I know there is a walking tour and stuff in Budapest, so I know you can select those. Let me look at yeah, she didn't build it completely out for everybody because again, she wants to get all the documents before she starts getting too crazy with stuff.
No, that's helpful to know in and of itself. Whether we have to say, I'd love to do like a walking tour in a city when I first arrive. Like
there is something. I know there is something that they offer in Budapest. And then there's something at the end in Vilshoven before you get taken to your hotel. Like I know in Vilshoven at the end, there's this little beer tent experience that you get right when you get off the ship. And then the day that you sail, I know there's a city tour that day too. I don't know if it's the day you get in or the next day, because you're on the ship and then you leave the next day.
Sandy, Tim and I have been there twice. And we've probably spent a week there already, like combined. And so we like to, I mean, obviously you have my personal cell phone and stuff, and
Yes.
we can be in the WhatsApp, but I know Denny did this too, is we watch YouTube videos and like, you know, it might say the top 10 places to walk or top 10 places to experience the baths that are there because they're famous for their baths, or maybe
Yes.
you know, top 10 whatever it is. And we use YouTube a lot too.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Thank
Like
you.
this one she put in here, and this one just says, you know, it's optional.
Good for you.
And it's a walking tour, you know, so just,
Mhm.
and again, she'll put in all of the excursions that are available, that are included. And then if there's anything else that you guys want in addition to what is already part of the package, just let us know that you want a walking tour here or there. Because there's going to be, you know, some days that you're in Munich, and then there's, you know, you might be in Budapest early and you want to do stuff beforehand. So just let us know that when you send us when you send us all your information, say, hey, can you send me some tour options, and we can send you some tour options.
Candace, do you make like, I don't know if it's a spreadsheet or something, but do you make something for us that says on such and such day, these are the passengers that are arriving, and then on this day, these are the passengers and.
I don't, because
Okay.
everybody's different, and so and people aren't going to necessarily want me to share their business with everybody.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
But again, that's why I put together this group template that we start with, and then ask everybody to send everything to me. And then once they have it, if they want to share it amongst the group, you know, it's a link, you know, so you can share it. And then that way you guys, and if I create a WhatsApp, if you want to share each other's itineraries with each other in the link, you definitely can do that too. One
Is
of the
it,
other,
excuse me, is it still okay to bring a cane on the trip?
yeah, absolutely. If you have special needs of any kind, let us know that too, because we want to reach out to AMA. They do have slow walk groups as well. So if some of the excursions, they'll break it up and they'll have slow walkers versus people who maybe, you know, want to run through the city. So let us know that information, and we can make sure that that you guys, you know, it's noted in your cabin stuff. But one of the other things I'll be doing is you're going to get an invitation to this site. Let me just click on here and show you. This Project Expedition is like a excursion site where you put in a destination and you can see all the different tours and things that are available in the cities. So for those of you who let us know you're coming in a few days early or you're staying a few days after, we'll send you this so that you can search all the different, you know, tours you could potentially buy while you're in the destination. So look for that too, that you'll get these little links to kind of research, like what Patty was saying.
Okay.
Okay.
What does what kind of prongs are in the hotel?
Oh, yeah. I did reply back to everybody in this thing about your power. Your power is a 220 volt. I'm going to, everybody who's a guest or does business with Stay Balanced Travel, when you travel, all my European people, I give a adapter to. So this little gift is going to come to everybody from me, because my people that travel, you know, abroad internationally, you are going to need, I do recommend that you get an adapter for the outlets so that you can work them. So everyone will get, you know, each cupper is going to get one of these. I also, in the many emails that are coming, you're going to get a list to go to Amazon, and here's what you need to purchase. Here's suggestions for packing cubes. Here's this, here's that kind of thing. So you guys are going to get a bunch of stuff from us that make recommendations for that. And girls, if you have a curling iron, I'm going to just tell a quick story. I was in Paris and I took my favorite curling iron, even though I tell my clients never to do that, and burnt my hair, burnt it out, set off a fire alarm.
Oh my
Like
God.
the whole building had to be evacuated because
You Americans.
yeah. And so here's a perfect example not to take your own stuff. One, if it's your favorite, it's going to be damaged or, you know, thrown in the garbage. And two, their voltage is different than ours. It's just completely different. It's much hotter and it's a higher voltage. And even if your stupid little tag on the hot iron or curling iron says that it's adaptable, it ain't.
Candace, I know that a couple people have shared with me that they use a CPAP.
So I do know the CPAP machines are compatible because they have to be by the FDA and the medical grade and all of that. So those things you won't have an issue with, but things like a hair dryer or a curling iron that has a heating element in it, don't take it.
You
And they have
can
dryers in the
get a
hotel,
converter.
don't
You can get a converter, but I had one and I still evacuated the building. I'm just sharing my story.
And hair dryers are in the hotel and on the.
Yes, you will be able to get hair dryers. It's just those, women have their special flat irons or curling irons. I have used travel ones before. They're lower voltage or they're lower heating elements and they're smaller, and those I haven't had a problem with. But your regular ones that you use every day at home, don't bring them. Don't bring them.
How about for the CPAP machines, a lot of what for myself, distilled water. I can't carry that on the plane with me, correct?
No, they will have bottled water and you will be able to get bottled water.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be distilled water.
Yeah, what I would do is put that information in the, special needs section.
Yep.
And let me find out if AMA has distilled water that they can get you.
Okay, thank you.
Otherwise you'll have to pack it, which, is a pain in the butt.
Yeah. Okay.
Candace, just from my experience, there's a lot of little, like a lot of Europeans use bottled water. And so, Denny, I'll look too online, like to see like where you can buy distilled water in Budapest. And then you don't have to bring it. And then maybe, I know that Germany has Aldi's but there's gotta be a grocery store like Tesco or something like it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, but if I know about it ahead of time, I
Yeah.
can ask the AMA people to have it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If
Yeah.
available, and they might already, I don't know. I'll
Yeah.
ask. So it's just like when somebody tells me, they have gluten issues or they're allergic to oranges or whatever. We put all that together and we ship it off and say, hey, do you have X, Y, and Z for us?
Awesome.
Any other questions?
Candace, do you want me to say anything about Oktoberfest? I can show everybody this. We've got
Yeah. I know you're going to have all the tickets. So that's why when you look at the itinerary, when you get all the way down here to the 19th, you're just going to see this information in here, but it doesn't have a lot of information in here because you're going to have all the tickets. So I will be putting them in your packages is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and then I will, obviously we're going to see everybody on the cruise, and then I will distribute them probably the last day of the cruise.
Sure. Yeah. Yep. Okay, perfect. Any other questions?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. So then you're just saying, I know some people are asking, so when we get through our whole check-in process, those things that you need for your website and AMA, and then we can take a look and explore some of the excursions, and then we can opt into certain excursions, but it's not necessarily a be all end all. Like if you change your mind, then you can opt out and all of
Yeah,
that.
it's not a requirement for you to do it. It's just if we know, like I said, there's only 16 bikes and you want to do biking on one of the days, then you probably should sign up for that one just so that you're not put on a wait list, because they do wait list you in case when people get there, they decide not to do it or something happens and they don't end up going on the cruise or whatever. But I just didn't want anybody missing out if they had something that, you know, they absolutely adore in the itinerary and want to make sure they're on that particular excursion. All right, anything else?
I think I'm good.
Oh.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and like I said, emails are going to be going out tomorrow and or Saturday. And if you can get all that information back to Diane as quickly as possible, she will then update each itinerary based on your specific flights and what you're doing.
And
So-
that will include the booking number.
Right, you're gonna get the booking number and you're gonna actually, she's gonna send this out tomorrow too to everybody. Each of you have, let me see, I don't know if you were on the first part of the call, but everyone's gonna receive these, it's this travel document and it's gonna have your booking number and your name and all of that right from AMA, okay? So you're gonna get your booking number. Your booking number is also, just so you know, is also right up here at the top under your name on the little banner area. It's kind of dark because of the picture, but when you log into our system and you're checking your messages that you get from the system, your booking numbers are up here too. So you have them in a bunch of places. You just didn't know about them. So I'm telling you, here's where they are. So,
Okay, yeah.
and it looks a little, this is our site, the back end site. Yours looks a little simpler. You don't have all this stuff on the side and all this stuff here at the top and that kind of stuff. You just see this part and this part right here. You don't see all this stuff. So,
And then Candace, before you finish up, I think everybody's got their questions answered, I think. But again, just a reminder, on the 23rd, August 23rd at 7:00, we'll have another meet and greet so people can, just meet up again. I know Sandy and Michael, it was great that we were able to kind of put something together quickly while you guys were in town. And I think a lot of people are excited and I'm really looking forward to all of it. So on August 23rd will be another meet and greet at Brown Iron in Washington Township.
great. Thank you.
And, one last thing, there is one cabin left. Now, they're not going to get everything that we're getting. They're not getting hotels. They're not getting some of the other special things, but we do have one cabin left if anybody knows of somebody that's kind of on the fence.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's good to mention that. I know Michael had mentioned a while back that he had a friend that might have been interested, but I don't know that he was able to make the dates work.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Okay. Perfect.
Well, I'm really excited. Thank you for all the information.
Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm trying to figure out how that